Hello everyone. Today we are going to explore a fascinating question that often confuses students. Can we compare complex numbers? We all know how to compare real numbers. We know that 5 is greater than 3 and minus 3 is less than 0. But what about complex numbers? Is 2 plus 5i greater than 4 plus 10i? This may seem like a simple question, but the answer reveals something fundamental about the nature of complex numbers. Let's solve it. Can we compare complex numbers? Is 2 plus 5i greater than 4 plus 10i? 2 plus 5i is greater than 4 plus 10i? Short answer, no. Why complex numbers do not have a natural order like real numbers? Why can't we order complex numbers? The problem with ordering the square of any number, because for real number, if it is greater than 0, then a to also greater than 0. For complex number, consider I2 is equals to minus 1 and minus I to the 2 equals to minus 1. If I greater than 0, then I2 must be greater than 0. So minus 1 is greater than 0. And this is impossible. So if I less than 0, then I2 must be greater than 0. So minus 1 must be greater than 0. And this is impossible. Therefore, I cannot be ordered. Conclusion: the complex numbers cannot be made into an ordered field. Can we compare parts? We can compare components separately. Real part and imaginary part. The real part 2 is less than 4 and imaginary parts 5 less than 10. But having a smaller real and imaginary parts does not mean the complex number is smaller. 2 plus 5i is not less than 4 plus 10i in complex sense. We can compare magnitudes in modulus. We can compare magnitudes. Definition of modulus. For z equals to a plus bi, the modulus is the modulus or absolute value of z equals to a square root of a2 plus b2. Then, for given numbers, absolute value of 2 plus 5i equals to a square root of 2 to the 2 plus 5 to the 2 equals to a square root of 4 plus 25 equals to a square root of 29. And also, absolute value of 4 plus 10i equals to a square root of 4 to the 2 plus 10 to the 2 equals to a square root of 16 plus 100 equals to a square root of 116. Result: a square root of 29 less than a square root of 116. Then, absolute value of 2 plus 5i is less than absolute value of 4 plus 10i. Here we have the visual comparison in context explained. You can see that the z1 equals to 2 plus 5i and z2 equals to 4 plus 10i. The magnitude can be compared. The magnitude of z1 is equal to the square root of 29 and magnitude of z2 is equal to a square root of 116. And here we have the summary of presentation. The question is 2 plus 5i is greater than 4 plus 10i. Answer: no. Complex numbers cannot be ordered like real numbers. What we can compare? The real parts. We can compare real parts. 2 is less than 4, and also we can compare imaginary parts. 5 is less than 10, and also we can compare the magnitudes. Absolute value of 2 plus 5i equal to square root of 29 less than square root of 116 equals to absolute value of 4 plus 10i. So the complex numbers do not form an order field. Thanks for watching. See you next video.